this theme of alternatives to. There's a lot of software that we're programmed to think is the only way to accomplish what we're trying to accomplish. However, it's interesting to note there's always an alternative, and a lot of times there's a better alternative or a more affordable alternative or maybe even a more appropriate alternative. And in this video, we're going to look at pop-up software for WordPress, and probably the most popular pop-up or opt-in software plugin for WordPress is Optinmonster. Now in this video, we're going to first look at Optinmonster and what it does and how much it costs and some of the things it does well and doesn't do well. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to look at an alternative and look at how it compares to Optinmonster and everything that it does. And we're also going to look at its pricing because that's important to compare. And then we're going to get into a product demo of the alternative. Now, I actually own both of these software plugins, and I'm not very fond of Optinmonster, and you'll find out why more in this video. So anyways, I'm pretty sure you've seen an Optinmonster pop-up on the internet. They all kind of look the same, and if you see them and you know it's Optinmonster, then you're going to kind of see them more and know exactly how that was created. So what I've got here is Optinmonster's website pulled up, and what Optinmonster is well, it's a plugin to create opt-ins, whether it be via pop-up or different elements on your website. However, its core feature is really the pop-up. All the other things that it does on your website are weak at best. Every website that I've been to that was using some of the different opt-in elements, none of them use them anymore, and I've tested them all myself and they don't convert. A pop-up does convert. So let's take a look at it. So it says here, get more email subscribers. Some of the pros of it are the builder, and you can also target your pop-ups, and what that does, and in addition, you get a lot of analytic options. So let's look at how it works, because that's a better area of this website to see exactly what it does. So what they talk about is you can design forms easily, and you can, but I think that's stretching the truth. You can't really design it. You're really only able to take what they give you and make slight modifications of color and text. So they're really stretching it when they say you actually get to design your pop-up. Multiple opt-in types. Now, the primary opt-in type that they have is just the pop-up, but they also have a thing where it pops up on the bottom of the active web page you're on, so it kind of slides up. They also have a thing that on the bottom right where I believe you can position it, and it kind of looks like a chat, but it's really an opt-in. You click on it, a little thing pops up, and it says opt-in or whatever. You can target, so you can have pop-ups on a per-page basis. And this thing that I think they actually coined the term exit intent. That means when the web page senses that the mouse cursor has moved off the screen, it will generate a pop-up. That's when someone's usually going to exit your website. They're moving they're moving their mouse off screen. A/B split testing, that's pretty important, and actionable insights, that'll basically let you know how one pop-up is converting as far as amount of people that viewed it to the amount of people that actually took action on it. So anyways, so that's that. Let's look at the pricing. The pricing is actually pretty aggressive. Now, they have these 4 different options, but you don't be confused. Some of the features are taken away on the more basic option. So it's not like the basic option is a one site and it has all the features. It's a one site, but they strip down all the features. So for instance, you can see lots of check marks here, and they have this actual grid right here that will show you what you are getting. So essentially, you're going to want the Ultimate or the Pro to get all the features that it offers, like the slide in, which you don't really need. Canvas, that means you can have a blank pop-up and you can do with it what you want, but you have to be a developer to do this. Mobile pops and animated effects. So they take away those features unless you buy this Plus package right here. I'm sorry, the Pro at $199, which is you're already in an expensive territory right there. But the basic version for $49, you're really just getting the pop-up, but you don't get the footer bar. But I'm telling you, you don't need the footer bar, the sidebar widget, or the after post. These are different types of opt-in elements. You're not really going to need that. So anyways, you're looking at $49.99 and up. And if you want the unlimited here or the ultimate, you're paying $500, and that you can use on as many sites as you want, and you get a lifetime of updates. Not a lifetime of and a lifetime of support. So if you're a developer, that's definitely the package that you would be wanting. What I don't like about this is all the pop-ups are really starting to look exactly the same. They really are. I can spot these pop-ups a mile away. Now, that's not necessarily such a bad thing because we get programmed to see them, but you're really limited on what you can do design-wise with it, and that's one of the things I don't like. My biggest gripe and why I own this and I can't even use it, I don't use one of the pricey email service providers like Aweber, GetResponse, Campaign Monitor. I don't use those. I use a self-hosted email platform so that I'm not paying high monthly fees, and I send my emails out via Amazon's servers. So I end up saving a lot of money. Now, they say on here that you can integrate their pop-ups with any provider, including self-hosted, but it's actually false, because if you want to use a self-hosted one, you can't just put your code in there and have it look great. It takes away all the styling and kind of defeats the purpose of even owning this plugin. So this plugin has been nothing but a disaster in my mind for me. Recently a new WordPress pop-up generator plugin, whatever you want to call it, was released, and it was actually caught me off guard because it is a million times better than this, and I can actually use it with my self-hosted autoresponder. Let's take a look at it. It's named Pop-Up Builder, and it's amazing. There's a great demo video here, and here's just some of the highlights. It does everything that Optinmonster does. However, it's primarily, just like Optinmonster, a pop-up software. It's a drag and drop visual editor, very easy to use, and I'm going to demo it. You get the exit intent, all different types of events that would trigger a pop-up. One thing that's super unique is you actually get a two-step opt-in in the plugin, and I'm going to show you what that is. It's very, very neat. You can make separate mobile opt-ins, which is pretty amazing. That's something you weren't getting unless you were on the Pro or Ultimate with Optinmonster. The templates are so unique. They look so much better than what you're getting with Optinmonster. So much more flexible. There's lots of different unique components, and I'm going to show you what those elements are that you can add to your pop-ups. And you get great, same thing, analytics, and you get the A/B split testing, and there's other things that it does that are very unique. So I'm on their page right now. There's videos here that are going to walk you through each of the different features, but I'm going to show you here in a moment. Let's scroll down a bit. Okay, here's what the visual editor is going to look like. It's so much more powerful than what you're getting with Optinmonster, and I'll show you in more detail. It also integrates, you can use it with any of these email services, you can actually use this truly with any autoresponder, self-hosted, or one of these services without a problem. You can make an element on your page activate a pop-up. So you can have what's known as a two-step opt-in. You can have a sidebar widget that says click here to get this free whatever, and they click on it, and that will trigger the pop-up where you're asking them for their email. And okay, so this is right here, that two-step opt-in in the pop-up, and I'm going to show you. It's actually very cool. You can get mobile ready pop-ups that have different triggers. You can target pop-ups by page, categories, tags. There's so many different ways to trigger it. Here's what your dashboard is going to look like. I think it's a much more visually appealing dashboard than Optinmonster. And let's see here. This is actually kind of neat. I don't necessarily think I'm going to use it, but if you're giving away a free report or a ebook, you can actually make an ebook cover in Pop-up Builder. It's pretty neat. You can do it on the fly. You don't need to go and pay someone to design a cover. Now it's going to do a basic cover, of course, but the point is that you can do it from within the software. Okay, this is actually a neat concept, having a pop-up where you can actually go directly to purchase something, whether it be via PayPal. Here's something about Amazon. You can embed whatever you want. It does come with some graphics, which is cool. Something real neat is you can actually have, well, you can animate all the elements, which I actually don't like doing that because I think it's just too much movement. I like real subtle animations, but you can actually have a background video, which is pretty neat. This is really awesome right here, geolocation. So when your visitor goes to your website can record the IP address, and there's databases that will take an IP address and know what state and country, or even down to the city, but the city is not super accurate in the United States anyhow. But state is going to be accurate and country is going to be accurate. And so you can actually take that unique element and put it in there. So special offer, I'm in California, United States, special offer for California residents or whatever. You can do that with it just to make it seem more personal. Social pops, I don't use those. And forced opt-in, I actually haven't played with this, but what it is you can lock content on a blog post or a page, and they have to opt in order to have the content be revealed. So that's another way to get opt-ins. This feature is actually very unique, and I think some people will find a lot of benefit from it. So if you're, say you use Facebook and you get a lot of you have a lot of friends or fans, and you post content for other websites, say for instance an article on Huffington Post, you can create what they call a remote pop-up. And so when you post your link on Facebook, it will actually take them to the article or whatever that you posted, but then it will show your pop-up so you can actually have someone opt in. It's actually a really neat way to generate opt-ins if you already have that audience of people that click on your external links. Okay, and here's some of the templates right here that you can use. Here's a template with a countdown timer. That's actually really cool. Let's see here. Here's an example of a two-step opt-in where the pop-up says download now, and when you click on it, it's going to show you the opt-in elements. You can do some real neat things. See how the image here is actually going off canvas. I really like that, and you see that here as well. That's actually very easy to accomplish with Pop-up Builder. Okay, and I'm scrolling down. I'm going to show you it live, so it's pretty easy. But here's the different pop-ups that it comes with. This one's actually really cool. It doesn't have to say coming soon. I mean, you can modify it or whatever, but there's a video in the background. I'm going to show you that one. And here's how Pop-up Builder compares to some of its competitors. However, this isn't comparing it directly to Optinmonster. So I'll continue scrolling down. Here's some testimonials and then some different comments there. So let's look at the pricing for Pop-Up Builder. Now, it is on a holiday special, even though we're past Christmas. They probably just wanted to extend the sale a little bit longer. But even if you're not buying this on sale, it's still a killer deal. It's similar in that you have 4 different options. You have the Ultimate, Premium, Pro, and Basic. Now, it's important to note that all of these include every feature. They don't strip the features down at all. The only difference is how many websites you have a license for. And the Ultimate here, it's going to give you lifetime updates and support, and it's also for developers, which means you can install it on client sites, which is cool. So the basic is $47. I'm not going to take into consideration the sale, although they might have it from time to time. It's only $47. Nothing's stripped down, and you can use this on one website. And then for $97, you're getting 3 websites. For $97.77, actually, that's probably because they're trying to motivate you to get this premium one, which is probably what you would buy if you are only concerned, you only want that 1 year of support and updates. But for $100 right now, this might go up. I would anticipate this going up. You're going to get the plugin, and you can put it on 10 websites. And then the unlimited one right here is going to be $297 soon. So anyways, these are the pricing, and you can tell it's already less expensive and you get more features with it. So let's take a look at it and see how easy it is to build out a pop-up. Now there's this interesting thing that they did is they included this help tour. I usually get annoyed by those things, but for a lot of users, I think it's going to be helpful. So anyways, when you log into WordPress, it's going to put a new option there called Pop-Up Builder, and here's the different options from within it. If you click on pop-up designs, you can see the different designs that it comes with. Now, it's important to note, after you do make your purchase, they're going to make most likely what's called an OTO, or a one-time offer. And what that means is they're going to give you a discount on additional templates. So I did purchase those additional templates, and some of these are the additional ones, like this right here. So anyways, let me go into Manage Pop-ups, create a new pop-up, and I'm going to give it a name. Now this name doesn't matter, it's only for you. So I'm just going to call it Test, but you might want to call it Open Pop-up 1, etc., etc. Now you have different event options here. I'm not going to change them, but you could see on scroll, say someone scrolls 50% down your page, you want it to pop up, or when someone's done reading your post, or when someone's mouse moves off the canvas. On page close, that's when someone actually tries to close the page, or manually, that would be when someone, you want a 2-step opt-in with some kind of a button on your page. And you can set a delay. Here's their targeting options, whether you want it on all pages or not, and then you can start drilling down and specifying what you want it on. You can even have a schedule for it, which I think is actually really cool. And this is something Optinmonster does not do. So you can have a start date and an end date. And this is important right here, your frequency. If you don't want to annoy someone, here's your different frequency options. So it can be in days or whatever. So by default, every pop-up is 0, which means it's going to pop all the time. Okay, so what you do is just go in here, say test, and then you need to click on this button that is Start the Builder. And it's going to open up its own builder. Now, don't be afraid of this builder. It's actually very simple and easy to use. I find it I love the amount of options that I have with it and the ease of use with it in comparison to Optinmonster. It's very restricted and you have very few options. So you start off with a blank canvas, and you can resize this canvas if you want. But I'm going to show you some of the designs. So if I hover my mouse over here on the left where it says pop-up designs, I'm going to show you all the designs right here. And all I have to do is pick and choose one. Now here's one of the benefits of the two-step opt-in. So let's see, I'm going to drag and drop this across. And then it automatically shows you the pop-in. Now this is a pop-in that is two-step, and I've seen these on the web, and these aren't done with Optinmonster isn't even capable of doing a pop-up like this. This is actually a pop-up you find with very expensive monthly services. I've seen these on some of the higher-end blogs that I like to visit because it's expensive. But you can actually do this easily with Pop-Up Builder, and for a one-time fee. So what's nice is if you want to edit anything, like for instance text, you would just click on it like this, and now you can start editing your text. See how easy that is. Here's those elements that I was talking about, where it will know based upon your visitor's IP address what country or city or zip code they're in. And that's how easy it is to edit text. It's super easy. Now, this is a two-step opt-in, so what will happen is when this pops up, if someone clicks no, it's going to close out the pop-up. If someone clicks yes, it's going to go to the next step. And you can see down here is your next step. And it's going to change this bit of text and ask them for their name and email address. And it's as simple as that. So first step, second step, and you can add multiple steps. So just kind of try to wrap your mind around the power of this. Now you get a bunch of options here, your width and height and whatnot. You can still have an entrance animation, like maybe a flash or a bounce, just to grab someone's attention. And there's just a whole bunch of different design options here that you can play around with if you want to customize it or just leave it the same. Now here are the different components and elements that you can put in any of the pop-ups. Headlines, lists, paragraphs, buttons, and media. You can easily put an image or video or audio. You can put different styles of forms. So you saw in this one it was more like this. Here's horizontal, and here's one with rounded corners. Here's one that will just ask the email, etc. Here's some social elements you can put in there. Here's some different buttons that you can put in. So if you wanted a PayPal button in there, if you're running an e-commerce site. Here's some of the different marketing elements you can put in. Here's that ebook creator where you don't have to have the cover. You can create it in the software. This is kind of neat too. If you put a software screen in there, you could actually put a clip of your website there, and it does that for you. A countdown, and these are for Teespring campaigns. That's the platform where you can design and sell shirts. Here's that geolocation stuff I was talking to you about. City, country. You can put actually the flag of the country. That's kind of cool. Here's the different multiple steps that you can insert as well. And here's some miscellaneous things that you can do with it, like embedding Google Maps. Oops, there we go. Google Maps, a countdown timer, links to other websites, HTML. You can pretty much put anything you want in there. So let me show you that other cool design. Oh, here's one that I like a lot too. It's pulling up right there, and so you've got the picture of the person. Now the reason he's cut off is the size I have my browser at for making the video. But when you actually see the pop-up, you'll see the full person there. I'll actually maybe demo this one. Here's a two-step. If someone's leaving, you can try to capture their attention, and it's a two-step where it says click here to download the report. Someone will click there, and then there it is asking for the opt-in. I like that one a lot. I really see myself using that. Here's that cool one with the background video. So there you see a background video. I probably most people wouldn't use this background video, but it's definitely different and it really gets your attention. Let's look at some of the other ones I like a lot. Let's see, I'm scrolling. This is cool for, say, a small business that wants to, maybe a local business or something like that, where you want to motivate people that visit your website to use your service or buy your products. You can have this coupon pop up, and then when someone clicks on Get My Discount Code, it then asks for the email. I think every business that might be a local business or restaurant really should have a pop-up like this on their website. It doesn't even, for like a restaurant, it doesn't have to be a discount. It could be a free dessert or something like that. Anything to motivate someone to come in. Let's see here. There's some real creative ones. Here's maybe a more feminine one. Let's take a look at that. And it's the same thing where you can edit any of this text. And let's scroll down just a little bit more. This template right here I like a lot as well. It's a different shape as the other one where we're asking a question. It's that two-step opt-in. Let's see here. Here's another nice one where you can swap this out with your own picture, and so there's that continuity there. Let's see, this is a pretty nice one as well where you can have a picture of yourself in it. Here's a pop-up if you run Teespring campaigns. I don't. There you have it. So I like how you have these elements that go off canvas. I really like the way that looks. This is one where it's going to show a country flag. Actually, why don't I save this and then click on close. And after you create your pop-in, you need to click the publish button. And then I'm going to click here to preview and see what happens. There it is. And it is showing the correct flag, which is United States. And so you can see there. So anyways, now that I have it created, I'm going to maybe show you what the exit intent looks like right there. So just click on exit intent, click on update. And then I'm going to have to refresh. Okay, so now that I'm on the canvas, once I move my mouse cursor off, it should trigger the pop-up. Oh, there it is. Triggered the pop-up that quick. All right, and then I can click on X. That's how easy it is to create a pop-up with Pop-up Builder. Now, when you click back on Manage Pop-ups, it's going to give you some quick analytics right there of impressions, uniques, conversions, etc., etc. And right here it says analytics, and you can click on that. So if I had some data, it would show it here, and you can choose your date range. If you wanted to set up a A/B split test, it's real simple. You would just go right here and set it up, and there's videos on how to do it. So anyways, I just wanted to show you Pop-up Builder and how much easier it is to use than Optinmonster, how much more powerful it is to use than Optinmonster, and I really think that you should pick it up. I've included a link to Pop-up Builder. It's down below if you're watching this on YouTube in the show notes. If you're on the website, there's a link below as well to go ahead and purchase it. Maybe it'll be on sale. I hope it is for you. But anyways, thanks for watching this video. Once again, thank you for watching this video. Please click the thumbs up button, leave a comment, even if it's just to say thank you. It really keeps me motivated. And also, if you could share this video on your social profiles. I really appreciate you supporting me in this, and I look forward to making another video for you.